And I think coaching consists, if you really go down to it, of a kind of cycle. And it starts with observation. So a coach will observe, will listen to the client in order to understand where they are and where they want to be. And then, as a result of that observation, we'll give feedback. And the feedback, of course, has got to be timely feedback. It's got to be at the right time. And this is what's so important about coaching. The coach is with the person, talks with the person, is able to give that feedback, is able to help the person with the feedback move forward in the way that they want to move. Now, in order for the client to work with a coach, or indeed an organisation to work with a coach, there has to be trust. Now, trust doesn't develop immediately, it takes a little time. But I think it's interesting that the word trust comes from an old word that means support. So if you trust someone, the metaphor is you can actually lean on them. The person will actually take your full weight and not collapse. So it's a very concrete metaphor. I trust this chair, I sit on it, I give it my full weight, it's not going to collapse. If it was a more flimsy chair made of paper, I wouldn't trust it, because if I gave it any of my weight at all, it would just collapse. So this is about being able to trust the coach, and this takes a little time, takes relationship, and it's essential that that's built up. And trust, of course, comes from a couple of things. First is the coach needs to be competent. They need to be good at what they're doing. We don't trust someone who is not good at what they're doing, because however much they may want to help you, they may not be able to. And of course the second part is the sincerity of the person who wants to help you. They keep their word. You can trust them to keep their word. So if you can trust them to keep their word, and they're sincere, and they're able to carry out what they say they're going to do, then this is the basis of trust, and this is the basis, of course, of an excellent coach. Now, when you trust someone, they can challenge you, because a coach will take a client out of their comfort zone. That is one of the really important functions of a coach, because in the comfort zone, of course, the client is still thinking with the same habits of thought that are keeping them stuck. So it's essential that the coach will challenge the client to move out of that comfort zone. But the client will not respond to the challenge, or perhaps even not allow the challenge, unless there's a basis of trust. So those two go together. And then finally, with the trust and the challenge, we have action. The client will take action, movement, move towards that vision, and then that cycles around again to initial observation, because they will have moved, and again it's about observation, about listening, and so the cycle goes around again. So coaching, this cycle of coaching, I think, can be applied to clients, of course, and develops leaders, because this is what's essential in organizational transformation, and it's the aspect of coaching that I really enjoy doing. So coaching will develop leaders, and this will lead to organizational transformation.